Is at peak beach season, but one issue is keeping some people out of the water right now: the lack of lifeguards. Nancy Chen reports on how the shortage of lifeguards is impacting beach towns across the country.
Each year, millions of visitors come to Maryland's Assateague Island to swim, camp, and catch a glimpse of this national park site's freely roaming horses. But this summer, families will also see this: warnings no lifeguards are on duty.
Every day that we don't have a lifeguard here on the beach is putting every one of these swimmers, every one of our local residents, everybody that comes to visit Assateague Island in jeopardy.
Zach Tyndall is the mayor of nearby Berlin. An amateur surfer and former paramedic, he says rip currents here are his main concern.
When I came out here for calls, we relied on the rangers, we relied on the lifeguards.
According to the National Parks Conservation Association, or NPCA, the park usually staffs about 13 lifeguards during the summer. And one nearby town says those lifeguards were responsible for 24 rescues last year. We asked the National Park Service about staffing, but they didn't directly respond to our questions, instead saying lifeguard shortages are a nationwide concern many communities are facing.
This is one of more than 430 National Park Service sites across the country. And the National Parks Conservation Association says the entire system is facing a full-blown staffing crisis.
This was a policy put into place by DOJ and the current Trump administration that led to a complete hiring freeze on all hiring across the National Park Service.
Ed Storelli oversees the Mid-Atlantic for the NPCA, which says staffing overall for the National Park Service is down 24% since President Trump took office, not including seasonal hires.
Let's do the right thing before we see something bad.
Virginia Senator Tim Kaine represents part of the area the park covers. He says this goes beyond national parks, and only legislation can provide protection.
In Trump term 2, he's not waiting for Congress. He's just slashing, burning, firing people, laying folks off, cutting agencies, eliminating contracts.
According to a Trump administration official, all fire, law enforcement, and public-facing park personnel are prioritized to remain in place. But these concerns go beyond Maryland. At the Grand Canyon, hikers are warned help could be delayed, in part because of limited staff. As for Assateague, since we began reporting this story, lifeguards have returned to the Virginia side of the beach, but the Maryland side remains unguarded. Nancy Chen, CBS News, Assateague National Seashore.